Good morning again. This is part two of analysis of Rand Rebellion. In the analysis, in the first one, the only thing we want to check ukuthi njengoba inyunyana yabasebenzi bamabhunu or babelungu whatever ngo-1947 or 48 bathatha decision yokuthi to solve their problem, it's better for them to identify the political party that will look after their interest, which it was then they identified the National Party. And eventually, in 1948, the White Mine Workers Union put National Party into government. Remember, we're not allowed to vote by then. We were not allowed to vote. So now we are just analyzing and checking if did the National Party government carry and implement the mandate of their constituents and voters. As I've revised that the conflict between the White Man Union of Workers and the employers, which was the Chamber of Mine, was all about that. The employers has written to the union telling them their intention to employ black people to semi-skilled employment opportunities. That is what the White Mine Union workers, they were angry about, and they took a decision to vote out the current government of Malan and put the National Party. So in the second analysis, we are further checking ukuthi in real, in National Party, without fear or favor, without anything secret or whatever, they did carry the mandate of their constituents and voters. That's why I'm saying that we are going to, after this, we are going to compare with the sixth phase of history of employment. Uma thina-ke sesifakile inyunyana inhlangano esithi sifuna isiphathi, isibhekelele njengama-voters and constituents, like i-National Party did. But today, I want to quote from a Black Agenda, from Black First Land First, item number 3, which talks about housing and townships. So here, comrade, I'll only read a comparison enzo Frantz Fanon. I'll read it so that it will be short. So it goes like this. It was Frantz Fanon who better expressed the colonial housing question as the expression of the truth about its racist nature. He explained the radical separation of racism in these terms. Now, the settler's town is a strong-built town. All made of stone and steel. It is a brightly lit town. The streets are covered with asphalt, and the garbage cans swallow all the livings, unseen and unknown and hardly thought about. The settlers' feet are never visible, except perhaps in the sea. but there you are never close enough to see them. His feet are protected by strong shoes, although the streets of his town are clean and even, with no holes or stones. The settler's town is well-fed town, an easy-going town. Its belly is always full of good things. Settler's town is a town of white people, of foreigners. That is a comparison by Frantz Fanon describing the residential area, the towns of settlers, the white settlers. And then now, Frantz Fanon now give us a comparison because now he's talking about the native towns or place where black people live. Now, I'll read it because I don't want to interpret it. The town belonging to the colonized people, or at least the native town, the Negro village, the Medina, the reservation, is a place of ill fame. Ill fame, peopled by men of evil repute. They are born there. It matters little where or how they die there. It matters not where or how. It's a world without spaciousness. Men live there on top of each other, and their hearts, H-U-T-S, hearts, H-U-T-S, are built one on top of the other. The native town is a hungry town, starved of bread, of shoes, of coal, of light. The native town is a crouching village, a town in its knees, a town wallowing in the mire. It is a town of niggers and dirty Arabs. Now, unquote, this characterization of the living and housing spaces under colonialism is given force in South Africa in the division between white settlement and township, that is black township. The apartheid state created township as a dumping zones for cheap labor to serve the white towns. Can I repeat that sentence? I'm reading it from the Black Agenda of Black First and First. The apartheid states created townships as a dumping zone for cheap labor to serve the white towns. That is why life in these townships and squatter camps is so brutal, to the extent that Pastor Ola Skosana has correctly called the township hell on the earth. So, comrade, good people, I'm just reading that. I don't think I will have to interpret it, but let me try because of time. The first comparison by Frantz Fanon saying the township belonged to white settlers. Their properties, their buildings are built on made on stones and steel, so they are strong. Okusho ukuthi ngeke izinto zabo uyibone igugulwa imvula ngoba zi-strong, zakhiwe ngo-steel, zakhiwe ngama-stones of a quality. where white settlers stay, they also awukwazi ukubona iy'nyawo zabo because they will always wear shoes. They've got strong shoes. They wear shoes because they've got shoes. But at the same time, their streets are clean, are tarred, properly marked, no dirty sprinkles of bottle on the road. So, and that is what National Party did for its constituents, which are white people and the workers. The place is clean. You can't even find a hole. We can even go now to Durban North. If you stay in Durban, you can go to whatever, Durban North, Glenmore, Morningside, Umhlanga. There's no road with a pothole. None of it. You can't find bottles on the road. No, you cannot. The other point that is highlighted by Frantz Fanon is that it is a belly, it's always full of good things. They are well fed. That's why we drive from the township, we take trains, we take taxis, we go to town to go to Wimpy. Everything is there, fresh bread, fresh cake, everything. Their town iyakhanya. Now let me ke ngikhulume ngathi thina sikhule njengala kamashuku singenagesi endlini. Ebusuku siyimile emgwaqeni ngoba kuphela into yayikhona kwama-street lights. Mawubuka ko-Durban North kuyakhanya noma ngabe uyile ngoba omabethu bebe o-kitchen girl makuvalwe iy'kole siye noma kwamaholide kuyakhanya kukhanya ugesi into ongayazi ngoba thina sikhanyisa uparafini namakhandlela. Then uFrantz Fanon ebese-ke characterize-ke i-township of black people ukuthi abantu balamba, there's no food, ayikho nalawo malahle-ke okuthi babase isitofu, nalabo parafini abekho, akukho lutho. So as they are saying ukuthi uPastor Skhosana eze-characterize ngokuthi township i-hell on earth. So it's possible, comrade, zonke lezi zinto ezimbi ezenzeka kuthina, if usibheka ukuthi men live there on top of each other. What does it mean? Because of the size of the house the black people is staying with. So nibaningi endlini. Imagine ukuthi khona no cousin bakho, le ndlu incane nonke efanele nilale la. So yini engavimbi ukuthi kwenzeke i-atrocity ukuthi kutholakale umuntu ekhulelisa umzala wakhe? Are such things. Not because thina nature, native engenangqondo. So for today, comrade, let me stop there. But as I've quoted and read from a Black Agenda, the quote of Frantz Fanon, maybe one day we'll deal with it. And nokuthi ake sibuke ukuthi akuyona yini iqiniso lezinto esiyibuka la. Ungayifica yini ingane zabelungu zidla iwunga lapha eDurban North. Ungadrive manje emini, ungadrive ebusuku. Ikuphi la uzofica khona? Uzoyifica la ema-township. And ngiyayikholelwa lento ngoba bengeke ngisho sifundisa ukuthi uyazi ukuthi uma ungathatha uthisha kulesikole esingenamawindi othi uyalova, umthathe umise eDurban North kwisikole i-infrastructure yakhona i-top, uzokumangaza uma uthola ama-report ukuthi akave performer, because i-environment itself You know, if you read i-Hawthorne effect, uzoza ukuthi ikhampani yesitraye yonke into iyapenda yenza yonke into, still abasebenzi bengekho productive, bayiswa kuma-workshop, bayiswa ko-group bani bani, still abaperform until ikhampani ya-improve i-workplace. Until ikhampani ya-improve i-workplace, yapenda kwakuhle, ya-renovate. Yabona umuntu eze angene entweni yakhe eyithande ibuke ukuthi, and if again you go to i-motivational hierarchy kaMaslow, you will see ukuthi akuyona imali eyenza umuntu amotivated. No, uMaslow uyachaza lama steps akhe ukuthi that's why i-want i-creator enye i-want, because at the end of the day i-motivation ekwi-top kwi-hierarchy kaMaslow it's a self-esteem. Yabona umuntu mephuma la, aphume arecognize, afile ukuthi umuntu ngoba unakho ukudla, ugqokile, ingane yile esikoleni, uphuma endlini kahle, uhappy. That's all umuntu akufunayo. In nowadays as izinto evolve, unemoto, une-cellphone, une-Wi-Fi endlini. You see? So for today, thank you, comrade. Let us meet again. I thank you.